Welcome to the Japan Reach Podcast, the podcast where we explore the world of Japan and what makes it such an amazing place. Konnichiwa, everyone, and welcome to another Japan Reach podcast brought to you by Japan Reach, reaching the Japanese people one relationship at a time. The team here at Japan Reach has traveled extensively in Japan and have a lot of experience with Japanese people and Japanese culture. This podcast will explore fun things that we have uncovered during our journeys, and we will bring in guests to talk about their experiences and how they got interested in Japan. I hope you'll enjoy. So today we're going to talk about Yuru Chara, which is a term for Japanese mascot characters. These characters are insanely popular and more often than not really cute. My first encounter with Yuru Chara was when I visited Hikone Castle a couple of years ago. In the center of the square where we purchased our tickets was a large cat wearing a samurai helmet. I asked my friend Marty if it was a Pokemon like Pikachu or a Nintendo character like Mario. No, he answered. It's Hikonian, the city's mascot. I then learned that a Yuru Chara serves to represent local culture, history, promotes tourism, or enhances a city or a corporate identity. So I did a deeper dive to learn more. The first Yuru Chara is a character known as Bunkaki. Of course, he wasn't the first mascot. There's a long history of mascots all over the world. But he was the first mascot to fly under the name Yuru Chara. Bunkaki is an oyster-like creature with a maple leaf hat who was created in 2000 to represent the citizens' prefectural festival in Hiroshima. Given what was just described, it's probably important to differentiate mascots and Yuru Chara. This is actually pretty easy because there is a definition coined by the guy who created the term, Jun Miura. The definition includes 3 points. First, it must convey a strong message of love for one's hometown. Second, the character's movements or behaviors should be unique and unstable or awkward. Third, the character should be unsophisticated or laid back and lovable. So there you have it. It's why Bunkaki is a Yuru Chara and Mario isn't. But before we start worrying about how limiting this definition is, be rest assured there is no shortage of Yuru Chara in Japan. In fact, since the term was coined in 2000, the number of Yuru Chara has grown rapidly. The best guess at a count of Yuru Chara can be found at the yearly Yuru Chara Grand Prix, where they show up in mass to compete with one another for the yearly crown of most popular as voted by the public. The first year of the Grand Prix, the number was 169. 5 years later, it was 1,726. More recently, the number has fallen, but it is still well above 1,000 that competed, not to mention all of them that just didn't show up. So let's take a look at a few of these beloved mascots, starting with the first one to win the Grand Prix back in 2010. His name is Hikonian, and he is an adorable white cat who wears a samurai helmet. He was inspired by a legend of a white cat who helped a Japanese noble avoid being struck by lightning. As far as the helmet goes, he wears it because there is a similar historical helmet in the castle he is associated with. You can often find him walking the grounds of Hikone Castle in Hikone, Japan. In 2001, the winner of the Grand Prix was a humble-looking bear by the name of Kumamon from Kumamoto Prefecture, which is located in southern Japan on the west coast. One of the interesting things about Kumamon is that in Japanese the word kuma means bear, which is why he is a bear. In appearance, he is brown with cat-like eyes and rosy red cheeks. The next year, a chicken named Barasan won the Grand Prix. Barasan comes from Imbari City, which is located on the Setsu Inland Sea. He's depicted as a large round chicken holding a ship in his hands, or on his belt. This makes sense because Imbari is a very active shipbuilding city, and the chicken thing, well, I can't be sure. Sanomoro was the 2013 winner of the Grand Prix. He's a white puppy created to promote his local town, Sano City. As far as fashion goes, he wears a Hakuma-style samurai skirt and Zori flip-flops with an upturned ramen noodle bowl on his head and potato fries for a sword. These symbols embody the city's culinary specialties: Sano ramen noodles and potato fries with a special sauce. The final one I'll talk about today has a little more history. He was originally conceived in the 1980s to advertise the athletic festival in Gunma. Since then, he has gotten a pretty significant makeover in order to transform himself into the lovable blue-maned horse that stands upright that we know today. Gunma-chan took over advertising duties for the entire prefecture in 2008. Of course, I can't go over all of the 2,000 Yuru Chara that exist in Japan, but rest assured, if you visit Japan, you're going to see them on billboards, buses, trains, and many other places. Mascots have become an important part of the Japanese cultural landscape as they promote the different regions of Japan. They not only represent the places they come from, but they also bring smiles to the faces of nearly anyone who sees them. Thank you so much for joining me today. God bless, and Jamata.